संडे स्ट्रीम में स्वागत है। मेरा नाम है केटवस 90 और आज जी हाँ, पिछले 3 दिनों की तरह आज भी सेम ही गेम खेलेंगे, फाइनल फैंटेसी 16। तो उससे पहले हमेशा की तरह मुझे सारा खोलना, वो सब लिंक वो सब देना शुरू करना होगा। ओके, सब कुछ हो गया। अब स्टार्ट रिकॉर्ड करना है और अब गेम को लोड करते हैं। ओके, काफ़ी चीज़ें हैं नए, ये भी आ गए हैं। बाउंटीज, कितने बाउंटीज आए हैं देखते हैं। मैंने पिछली बार सारे कर दिए थे। एक नया आया है, ए रैंक, मेरा पहला ए रैंक। मडी मर्डर. Rumor is spreading throughout the southern reaches of Rosaria of a pool of opalescent ooze that has been sighted in the moors and meadows of the region. While it resembles naught but a puddle of strange sludge from a distance, any man or beast that draws too close is met with masses of slimy hands that drag their prey into a gaping, grinning maw. Is this what we want for our children? ये ooze है, इससे मिलेगा क्या बोलते हैं, हॉक्स क्राई क्लिफ रोजारिया। एक और गेयर बनाने का इससे मिलेगा, पता नहीं कौन सा चाहिए था, पर एक पर्टिकुलर स्लाइम से कुछ चाहिए था, वो इससे मिलेगा। सदर्न रीचेस ऑफ रोजारिया, हॉक्स क्राई क्लिफ।
Not all of the nobles made it out alive. Kupka and his men had their fun with more than a few.
None of the Empress's favourites, though. They all got away safe and sound.
ऑटो से बाद में बात करूंगा, देखने दो और कोई है। यहाँ पे भी थोड़ा पढ़ने का है। मेरे हिसाब से 2-3 आ गए होंगे लेटर्स मेरे पास।
The Netherlands have been up to their old tricks again. Drawing on the deck in this time.
Shirley's got her work cut out keeping them in line.
ये सही में बहुत अच्छा लगता है यार ऐसे पढ़ना।
Jill, white as a sheet when they brought her back. I dread to think what happened in Rosalith.
कहाँ उधर अंदर जाके वो।
It's all right. Sid has nothing to fear from Kupka. He'll deal with him.
I hope you're right.
ऑलरेडी उसके हाथ काट दिए हमने कुप्का के। वो सीन एकदम मस्त था। वो स्लैम करे जा रहा और क्लाइव ने अपने शील्ड क्यों बोल रहा हूँ, अपनी तलवार से काट दी उसके। हक सही नहीं है, शिंग जो भी हो, जो भी आवाज होता है ये हाथ काटने का। Apologize for what happened at Rosalith. I fear what might have been had not you, Gav, and Torgal fought so fiercely. Once again, you were there when I needed you most, and for that I shall forever be grateful. Seeing the city I had once come to know as my home reduced to flame and rubble has left me with much sadness in my heart. But the time for looking back is beyond us. We must focus on the here and now. Our memories will be waiting for us when this is all through. Okay. So अब Rosalith's southern reaches जाना है ना। ओह, हॉक्स क्लिफ, यही है सीधा। डैम, यहाँ पर ही सीधे हॉक्स क्राई क्लिफ मिल गया। अब एक स्लाइम ढूंढना है मुझे। हमला मत करना, मैं बस आइटम ले रहा हूँ। हाँ, धन्यवाद। सदर्न रीचेस ही बोला था, मतलब यहाँ पर ही कहीं पे है। I mean, इसके तो इतने पास नहीं होगा। इधर कहीं होगा शायद, मुझे लगता है वो ऐसी जगह पे होगा जहाँ पे पानी है होगा ज्यादा। अभी के लिए इधर से ये सब छोड़ो, उसे ढूंढना है। इस तरफ नहीं होगा वो, I mean, उस तरफ नहीं होगा, इस तरफ ही कहीं है। पे नहीं। मुझे वो ठीक से पढ़ लेना चाहिए था एक बार फिर से। क्या एग्जैक्टली बोला? सदर्न रीचेस मुझे मालूम है रोजारिया का। हॉक्स क्राई क्लिफ में यहाँ पर कहीं है। तो कहाँ पे एग्जैक्टली वो नहीं समझ में आ रहा। इधर ही है क्या? मैं यहाँ पे सोच रहा था असल में। यार मैं यहाँ पे जाना चाहता हूँ, मुझे लग रहा है यहाँ पे होगा। ओ वो रहा क्या? नहीं, मुझे लगा था एक फ्लैट ग्राउंड में कुछ है उस टाइप का, पर नहीं, ये तो बस एक विब्रे है। इधर जाके देखूं। उम्मीद कर रहा हूँ यहाँ पे नहीं होगा क्योंकि ये कुछ ज्यादा ही छोटी एरिया है। लग रहा नहीं है यहाँ पे, पर इधर कुछ और है, किसी का कब्र।
Ready, girl?
यार सदर्न रीचेस में कहाँ पे है वो? दिखा दे अपने आप को। इधर ही नहीं है। ओ इधर ही है। प्लान प्रिंस, प्लान क्वीन भी है ना एक? ओह शिट, मैंने
Take us unawares, did you?
क्या सोचे? मैंने कोई पोशन नहीं दी है। क्या सोच रहा था मैं यार? हाई पोशन है पर शिट। ओ ये क्या? नहीं दूर जाओ। क्या किसने हमले करेगा क्या? एक और। ओ बाप रे बाप। ओह शिट, मुझे लगा था। ओके थोड़ा बहुत मार दिया पर उतना ज्यादा नहीं, कम नहीं ज्यादा। ओह शिट शिट शिट। बच गया मैं। ना या पीछे जाओ। यार एक थोड़ा बहुत तो गया इसके मतलब। आधा कर दे। उतना अभी मुश्किल नहीं हो रहा है पर फिर भी सही बोलूं तो उतना मुश्किल नहीं हो रहा है। जितना सोचा था उतना मुश्किल नहीं है। मैं अपने उतने इस्तेमाल नहीं कर रहा हूँ जितना करना चाहिए इसके लिए। हील कर दे।
Thanks, boy.
आते जाओ जल्दी से, जितना ज़्यादा मार सकता हूँ अभी मारो। मुझे स्ट्रेंथ डाउन इस्तेमाल करना चाहिए था। 25,000 का डैमेज सके। ओह पीछे जाओ। ना आसानी से नहीं करने दूंगा। ओह दो एक साथ कर रहा है वो बात। सही में बहुत ही आसान होता है ये। और ओह इतनी जल्दी उसने इस्तेमाल कर दिया था। ओह शिट। आजा।
Nice try.
ओ इसे नीचे आ जाओ और फिर इसके ऊपर ये गाउज अटैक। हील कर दे थोड़ा। ओह शिट। ओ हैंड्स डाउन अटैक, क्या हमला था यार वो सही में। लागू मर गया था मैं। ओह शिट हील। हमला कर दे। हील कर दे मुझे। ओह शिट। हील करते रहे। हील फिर से। इतना आसानी से नहीं करने दूंगा। शिट। इसे लगभग मार दिया मैंने। हील। शिट ना करने के बाद यार अगर सारे पोर्शन होते मेरे पास तो मैं इसे मार पाता।
Me, boy. Thanks, boy.
हील करते रहे। ओ यार इसकी हेल्थ लगभग हील थोड़ा और ध्यान रखना चाहिए यार मुझे। सारे हील्स के साथ आना आता तो ये एकदम आसान होता।
To me, boy.
10 Shit.
Nice try. Forgive me.
Oh shit. पहली डेथ कल दूसरी सही में कैसा आ गया यार बिना एक मिनट रुकना पहले यहाँ पे पास में कोई है क्या ज्यादा जब शुरू देखा था ना मुझे तभी निकल जाना चाहिए था गलती मेरी थी बिना हेल्प बिना किसी ये हमेशा सबसे पहले वो ही करना चाहिए मुझे
How do? Doesn't look like you got room in your bag.
पोशन
Take
फुल
care there.
ये क्या बकवास है
What are you after? Thanks very much. Much
यार
obliged.
पहला डेथ यार प्रॉपर डेथ इतना बकवास लग रहा है वो भी इसलिए क्योंकि मैंने अपना पूरा ठीक से संभाल के नहीं रखा खरीदा नहीं सब कुछ एक बार भी नहीं मरा था मैं
Good girl.
सही में मुझे बल्कि एक बार भी नहीं मरना चाहिए था वो पहला डेथ जो था वो भी मेरी गलती की वजह से था और ये भी मेरे एकदम बेवकूफ़ी की वजह से इसका मतलब मुझे लगा था कि एक बार मैं उसके बाहर चले जाऊं तो कोई टेंशन भी नहीं है मैं भागने वाला ही था वैसे भी फिर भी
There's no turning back.
हाँ इस बार तो मरा
Too slow.
जा 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 आजा
Too slow.
जा ओके धन्यवाद सही में ओके ये हो गया ना सारे? ना ना ना
Let's try.
एक स्पीड कर दे थोड़ा। और इससे मारते जाओ जल्दी से, जितना जल्दी 30 बार। मारो। 30,000 नहीं मार पाया यार। Oh shit.
Guess we're all ready. Slow.
Oh, okay. सबसे बढ़िया। अब दूर जाओ। आजा। Oh, yeah. मेरी तरफ आ रहा है कि हाँ।
Nice try.
ये वाला हमला ज्यादा कर रहा नहीं हूँ मैं। इग्निशन। और ना इसका नहीं होगा अभी। 2 सेकंड और रुक जाना है। हाँ
Nice try.
नहीं ना। आजा नीचे आजा।
There's a good boy.
दूर जाओ इससे बचने के लिए। और ये यार
Not good. Forgive me.
2 बार मर गया मैं यहाँ पे। 2 बार मर गया इससे। ये हमेशा फ्लैन जो होते हैं मुझे कुछ फाइनल फैंटेसी 15 में भी बहुत परेशान किया था इन्होंने। यहाँ पे भी परेशान कर रहे हैं। 2 बार मरा हूँ मैं इसके खिलाफ। सही ना? नहीं, तुम सबसे नहीं लड़ने वाला मैं। सिर्फ इससे लड़ने वाला हूँ मैं। नहीं। अबे यार। ना oh shit. Oh. ना oh. हमला कर दे। के हमले मार खाने हैं टॉनी का इस्तेमाल करने का है ना ओके ये वाला और हमला आजा अरे यार ये हो गया हो जाएगा ये वाला पहले यूज कर लेना चाहिए था यार ओके हमला करते जा तू तो ना ओह तो एक और करने लग गया अब इतना आसानी से नहीं करने दूंगा ओह बच गया ना नीचे आ जा इससे कम 1/3 तो कर दूंगा कम से कम हमला कर दिया और हील भी कर दिया Oh shit. Oh, दूर जाओ करने के लिए यार और अब और वाला हमला भी अरे यार Oh shit!
Nice try.
Good. I fought that. Oh, यार फिर से बनने वाला था मैं इसके खिलाफ नहीं नहीं क्या कर रहा मैं क्या कर रहा था यार सही में मैंने फ्लेम्स ऑफ रिबर्थ पूरा खत्म होने से पहले ही लिमिट ब्रेक का खोल दिया क्या कर रहा हूँ दूर रहो इस हमले से बचने के लिए
All yours, Torgal. To me, boy.
और अब ये वाला मैं कर सकता हूँ, मैं काफ़ी कम कर सकता हूँ इसको। ओके, ना 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 आसानी करने दूंगा। ये लगभग मर गया। भैया अलविदा। 2 बार इसने मुझे मारा। भले ही पहली बार मेरी गलती थी, पर फिर भी। Gelatinous mass. A wild flan excretes a sickly sweet, vicious ooze that is meant to lure would-be predators into devouring it, at which time the powerful toxins within its flesh will paralyze the victim, allowing the flan to envelop and slowly dissolve it over a period of 17 nights, up to 7 of which the victim spends alive. Oof, flan friends को मारने से।
Well, it's dead now. Whatever it was.
कोई साइड क्वेस्ट कहीं पे? नॉप, कहीं पे भी कोई साइड क्वेस्ट नहीं है। यहाँ पे जाके ये एक और गेयर बना देते हैं। उम्मीद है ये ही चाहिए था बनाने के लिए।
Welcome home, Clive. I was worried I'd never see you again.
What do you need?
Use the forge. ऑलरेडी बनाया हुआ है ना? हाँ, एक बनाया हुआ है। Oh shit, स्कारलेटाइट और किसके लिए चाहिए था? एक मिनट रुकना, इसके लिए चाहिए था। एक और स्कारलेटाइट पता नहीं कहाँ से मिलता, मुझे याद नहीं आता। तो जेलाटिनस मास चलो मिल गया।
And?
और क्या बचा है? मैं क्या इसका देख ही लेता हूँ, इतने समय से मैंने देखा नहीं है। क्या है ये? Replay any previously cleared stage and be awarded the score based on performance. Restrictions on level gear consumables are applied. Gameplay mode will default to action focus. ठीक है? Pressure coffer data is retained. मुझे लग रहा है ये ही डंजन था जो बात कर रहे हैं। मैंने डंजन का वो गेम प्ले कभी देखा नहीं था, पर जो बीच बीच में पढ़ के समझ में आया उससे लग रहा है कि ये ही है डंजन्स। हेलो डेस्टिनी गेमर गाय। मैं ट्विच में पहले स्ट्रीम करा करता था, पर क्योंकि मैं हिंदी में बोलता हूँ और हिंदी में अपेरेंटली यूट्यूब में करना ज़्यादा अच्छा है, तो मैं यूट्यूब में शिफ्ट कर दिया। इफ़ यू आर an English guy, I used to stream on Twitch, but since apparently it's better to stream on YouTube if you are a Hindi streamer, so I switched to YouTube. I'm a Hindi streamer, by the way, so from now on I'll be speaking in Hindi if you don't mind. गेम अच्छा है काफ़ी, ये सही में। अब वही है कि मेन स्टोरी के अलावा ज़्यादा कुछ सब्सटेंस है नहीं इस गेम में। मेन स्टोरी मुझे पसंद है काफ़ी, उसके अलावा ज़्यादा कुछ है नहीं इसमें। चलो अब बाकी जो भी था मेन स्टोरी के अलावा अभी के लिए वो कर लिया है, तो मेन स्टोरी पे ही जारी रखते हैं।
Otto, is now a good time? It's not a bad one. How's Jill doing? She's been better. Ty is making sure she gets the rest she needs. Good.
और स्ट्रीम में वैसे जुड़ने के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद डेस्टिनी का गेमर।
Vivian's doing what she can to try and track him, but she's feeding on scraps. We've sent ours out to the curse breakers and our other friends in the west, asking them to keep their eyes peeled for anything unusual. No leads yet. But it's only a matter of time.
Spider-Man 2, हाँ, मैं भी उसका वेट कर रहा हूँ।
Let me know when you find something.
There he is.
Clive? Still busy saving
वैसे आपके नाम में
world?
डेस्नी है तो मैं सोच रहा हूँ आप डेस्नी खेलते होंगे.
Mid. When did you get back?
Just now.
What about your studies?
Adjourned. Since Hugo Kupka invaded Rosaria. All the canvas in uproar about it. He's gone mad. He's turned rogue. It'll be us next. You try concentrating with all of that.
All right, you win.
How long will you be staying this time?
Dunno. A while, most likely. Any road, while I'm here, I was hoping you could do us a favour.
मुझे भी काफी पसंद आए थे. मैंने दोनों स्पाइडरमैन
You can't just expect me
और
to.
माइल्स मॉरेल्स दोनों में प्लैटिनम भी लिया. मुझे भी मजा आया था उन दोनों में.
Tracking down Kupka, you should have a little time to spare.
Professor! Now there's a face I haven't seen in a while. Sure,
मैं भी डेस्टिनी 1 गेमर से हूँ. 2015 से खेल रहा था.
I did, till a familiar trill pricked my ears.
मैं
As ever, your
अभी भी
exuberance
खेल
is
रहा
a
हूँ
breath
डेस्टिनी
of
बल्कि.
fresh air, which successfully scattered the painstakingly assembled fragments of my thoughts.
एक्चुअली जब मैंने ये PS4 खरीदा था,
I'll take that as a compliment.
जब मैंने काम शुरू किया था, पहला जॉब अपना किया था
Clive, you heard the
और
professor.
PS4 खेला था, उसके साथ पहला गेम
So,
डेस्टिनी था.
I'll
एक्चुअली
meet you in
डेस्टिनी
the
1.
storeroom when you're done.
Wait, hold on.
और तब से मैंने बीच में बस
Breath
एक
of
बार रोका
fresh
था.
air. Bloody tempest, more like.
हाँ, नॉट सो चैटी मालूम है. हाँ.
Oi, Otto, you got my gill? Huh? What are you on about? My fee for bringing Mid across. She said you were paying. That little...
The storeroom, was it? I wonder what Mid's plotting.
कहाँ पे? यहाँ पे ना. सही है. मैं उतना ज़्यादा खेलता नहीं हूँ. सही बोलूँ तो डेस्टिनी की क्लैन के साथ खेलूँ. मैं यूजुअली मेरा खेलने का होता है वेडनेसडे थोड़ा डेस्टिनी का वो करता हूँ, क्या बोलते हैं, स्टोरी मिशन करता हूँ वेडनेसडे को ऑफिस से आने के बाद. और फिर थर्सडे फ्राइडे वर्क फ्रॉम होम है तो तभी सारे सीजनल चैलेंजेस वीक के जो होते हैं वो करने की कोशिश करता हूँ.
Blackthorn may be the manliest of men, but he does lack a certain tenderness. Goots, meanwhile, is as burly as a behemoth, but as innocent as a babe in arms.
मैं फिर भी अभी क्या बोलते हैं इस सीजन के सारे ट्रायम्स खत्म करने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ अगले एक्सपेंशन से पहले.
From what I heard, you earned it.
इस साल जो भी ट्रायम्स आएंगे ना, सीजनल ट्रायम्स, वो सारे खत्म करने की कोशिश करूंगा अगले एक्सपेंशन से पहले. धन्यवाद दसनी भाई, और स्ट्रीम में भी जुड़ने के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. कोशिश करता हूँ अच्छा कंटेंट बनाने की.
You took your time.
I'm a busy man, Mid.
I'll get to the point then. I want to turn the room down there into a workshop like the one I had at Dad's place.
Mid, you've only just come back.
And I've been thinking about it for a while. Dad said I had a knack for engineering. Told me everything he knew about it. Then sent me off to Canva to learn everything he didn't. That was his dream for me. That one day
बहुत बहुत
I'd
धन्यवाद
put my
दसनी
studies
भाई.
to use for the good of the cause.
हमेशा अच्छा लगता है जब लोग बोलते हैं मैं अच्छा
But
काम
I'm
कर रहा
hoping no
हूँ.
one's stuck at school.
हर किसी को अच्छा ही
I've
लगता है.
studied enough. It's time I put my knack to work. I know that I can help the people here, and I want to do it.
Well, well, well.
वैसे आप भी कोई आपका भी कोई YouTube चैनल है?
All right. I'll tell Otto you'll be staying.
I knew you'd say yes.
अगर है तो बता
Which is why
दीजिए,
I
मैं
wrote
भी
a list of
उसे
jobs for
सब्सक्राइब कर देता हूँ.
For me?
Who else?
What do you want me to do?
First things first, I need equipment and materials to start making my own. There's the designs for the stuff I need, and the stuff it needs smithing from. The other materials I can work myself. Just need a generous benefactor to lay them on for me. Apart from the wood, I'll need a carpenter for that, but I can just borrow yours.
Is that everything?
For now. I'll let you know if I need out else.
Getting to work.
Where to start? Materials and tools. That means Karen and Blackthorn.
सही है, हर किसी को यूट्यूब चैनल बनाना जरूरी नहीं है। मैंने बेसिकली शुरू किया था क्योंकि मेरा वर्क फ्रॉम होम चल रहा था ना, ये कोविड की वजह से, ये कई बार बोल चुका हूँ, पर वर्क फ्रॉम होम चल रहा था, काम मेरा जल्दी हो जाता था, मैं गेम खेलते रहता था। तब भी डेस्टिनी वापस शुरू कर दिया था मैंने उस समय, कोविड के समय। तो सोचा मालूम है क्या, समय अभी मिल रहा है तो यूट्यूब और स्ट्रीमिंग शुरू कर देता हूँ। अगर कोविड नहीं होता तो मैं ये बिल्कुल शुरू नहीं करता।
Was wondering where you'd got to. Mid's back from Canva. Have you seen her?
Just now. She's planning to set up a workshop in the stores and ask me to buy her some materials. Here's the list.
COVID से पहले बल्कि the nauseous vapors that spilled from the cracks around a certain door in Kidolphus Telemans land hideaway would sting the eyes and burn the nose of anyone who strayed too close. Combining every ingredient on this list would no doubt produce a similar result. एक क्या बोलते, कोविड से पहले ना काम की वजह से इतना कम समय मिलता था कि मैंने गेमिंग छोड़ ही दिया था, क्योंकि समय ही नहीं मिलता था मुझे।
Won't be much of a trader if I couldn't.
Excellent.
वर्क फ्रॉम होम में सही में मुझे वापस गेमिंग में ला लिया।
It's paid 100 times over by what that girl's done for us. If it weren't for her filters, we'd have naught to drink but blight water, and that would have drained the life out of us.
मेरे बारे में बहुत हो गया। आपका दिन कैसे गया डेस्टिनी भाई? ये वीकेंड कैसे गया?
Stuff onto Mid when it comes in.
Thank you, Karen.
एक वीक कैरन हो गया। ओह, कुछ नया बेच रही है ये।
Is it business or pleasure? Go on then.
क्या नया है? Hunter's waist cloth.
Finished, are you?
Ask about Mid.
Well, don't just stand there gawping.
Is irrepressible the word? That girl doesn't let anything get her down, that's for certain.
Quite the opposite.
In fact, she's got a way of making every bugger else get up and dance to her tune.
Like father, like daughter.
Eh? I would say it ran in the blood if I didn't know better. Can't wait to see what kind of queer contraption she comes up with next, so long as she doesn't try and rope me into building it for her. Okay.
You leave Mid's order with me. I'll send everything on to her when I've got it.
अब ये इससे भी लेना है।
Blackthorn, you busy?
What does it look like?
I have a commission for you. From Mid. She requires certain tools.
Sketches of ineffable devices seemingly drawn from the pages of a mad alchemist's notebook, and a list of the equally exotic alloys from which such things are smithed.
Do you think you can make them?
Bloody hell. What's she planning to build with this stuff? An airship? I'll see what I can do. Tell her I'll bring them over when I'm done.
My thanks. And Mid's, no doubt. That just leaves the carpenter. Let's see if Bardolph's available.
Back, are ya?
Ask about Mid, huh?
Summer storm, that one.
Rolls in when you least expect it, soaking you to your skin and leaving you wringing your breeches. Just like her old man. Keeps us on our toes though. इसके पास भी कुछ नया है. Ooh, grinds. Ooh, 225. 11 bolt earth shard or meteorite.
No scratches,
yes.
right?
नहीं. ये बनाना है कि ये स्कारलेटाइट चाहिए इसके लिए यार. मोस्ट प्रॉब्ली वो भी किसी कहाँ पर है ये? और इधर है. मेन को इससे ही मिलेगा स्कारलेटाइट. चलो नीचे चलो और अभी नाम बोल. हाँ, बारडॉल्फ वापस साइड में लिखा है. मैं भूल गया था अभी इसका नाम बोला था कारपेंटर का. मैं ऑलरेडी भूल गया.
Do with a good oiling, this could. Should be enough to keep us going. How do, Master Sid?
Bardolph. Mid's looking to build a workshop in the storeroom, and she needs the aid of a skilled carpenter. So naturally I thought of you.
Well, I'd love to help the young miss however I can. But I'm afraid I got my hands full just keeping this place afloat. There's holes need patching, and if I don't patch them, we'll all of us sink into the mere. I'd gladly spare Mid all the time I have, but the sad truth is, I ain't got none.
I see.
It don't have to be me, though, does it? What about that other fella? You know, the one over at Martha's Rest. Bernard, was it?
That's right. And he is a friend of the cause. I'll ask Martha if she can spare him. Thank you, Bardolph.
Least I could do. That Bernard's as good a carpenter as you'll find, by all accounts. I reckon my old master would have preferred his work to mine. But we branded can't be beaten on price, can we?
चलो मार्थास रेस्ट जाना है तो चलते हैं. ये फाइनल फैंटेसी की ये जो सूथिंग म्यूजिक जो है ना बहुत सही लगती है मुझे. काम एकदम उसके साथ एकदम सही किया उन्होंने ये म्यूजिक के साथ. बैटल म्यूजिक हमेशा सही नहीं लगता है मुझे, पर ये सूथिंग ये जो है ये एकदम सही लगता है. फाइनल फैंटेसी 15 में भी वैसे ही था. सूथिंग म्यूजिक जो बस ऐसे ही बस घूम रहा हो उस समय के म्यूजिक एकदम सही था. ऑफ कोर्स उसमें अगर गाड़ी में जा रहे हो तो चुन सकते हो कौन सा म्यूजिक सुनना चाहते हो.
Ah, Clive, what brings you to the Rest?
Our home finds itself in need of an extra carpenter. I wondered if I might be able to borrow Bernard for a short while.
I don't mind if he don't. We're all friends here, aren't we?
Thank you, Martha. Do you know where I might find him?
He went up to Cressida on business. No idea what, mind. Place is a ruin. Far as I know, he's still there.
I'll look for him there then.
Don't ask me what Bernard's doing in Cressida. He'll have his reasons, though, I'm sure.
क्रेसिडा कहाँ पे है? मैं उम्मीद कर रहा था कि पास में कोई क्रिस्टल होगा जहाँ पे मैं फास्ट ट्रैवल कर सकूँगा. पर हमेशा जो मैं चाहता हूँ वो होगा नहीं ना. किस तरफ से जाना है मुझे? इधर से ही जाना है ना. देखते हैं ये क्या बोलेगा. इसका डेफिनेटली एक डायलॉग होगा बात करने का कुछ.
Naught but wild beasts this end. All their twisted talons and gruesome maws used to turn my stomach. But that was before I heard about the Black Shields.
Jacobo, आजा.
Ready go? Fly, Ambrosia.
सीधे उसकी तरफ चलते हैं अब. आइटम्स बहुत हैं पर यूज ही कहाँ करता हूँ वो क्राफ्ट वो सब करने के लिए. एक ही है जो बहुत समय से मेरे लिए चल रहे हैं. अनलेस कोई एक और लेजेंडरी गियर आ जाए मुझे चेंज करने की ज़रूरत ही नहीं पड़ती है. और अनलेस कोई एक क्या बोलते हैं ट्रॉफी हो सारे चीज़ें बनाने की, मैं मोस्ट प्रॉब्ली बनाऊंगा भी नहीं उन्हें सारी चीज़ों को. और ये ब्रिज मोस्ट प्रॉब्ली टूटा था पहले.
Hi, if it ain't the lad who saved my life. What brings you to a place like this?
You do, Bernard. Martha said I might find you here. I have a proposition for you.
Oh, do you now? Building a workshop, you say? Well, that beats tacking boards to bridges, sure enough. And if Martha didn't mind me being gone a while, then neither do I. You just tell me where you want me.
That's the spirit.
I couldn't ask a favor, though, could I? Before we go?
Of course.
Well, that there is Cressida, where I grew up. Ain't much left of it now, though. Except my parents' graves. But I came up here hoping to visit. I even patched up the bridge to get across. Only to find the place crawling with fiends. But you're a dab hand when it comes to dealing with beasts and bogles, ain't you? Any chance you could,
It's the least I can do.
Well, thank you kindly. And take care. I'd be much obliged if you could rid the old place of nasties. And so would my mom and pa, I'm sure.
चलो मारते हैं सबको काफी दिख रहे हैं अभी यहाँ पे और ये सब मरेंगे क्योंकि उनकी गलती थी यहाँ पे आने की
This shouldn't take long.
Okay. और ये मरा ना ये वो प्लांट वाले हैं वैम्पायर हैं ठीक है आ जाओ पास में अरे यार 3 पास में हैं पर एक वाला थोड़ा दूर ही रुक गया चलो तीनों को ही करता हूँ जा अरे जा कहाँ पे एक ही बंदा इसका ओ ये बॉस टाइप है नहीं मैं आ गया डील कर क्या कर रहा हूँ मैं पता नहीं और मैं फिर से पोजीशन कितना आ गया क्यों पूछ रहा हूँ मैं बाबा गलत वाला कर दिया अबे यार कहाँ जा रहा है आजा
Nice try.
अबे यार नहीं इसके बच ही नहीं पा रहा हूँ यार पता नहीं और अब इसका स्टैगर रुक जाएगा तो मैं डैमेज करके 5 कर रहा है इसके खिलाफ मुझे वैसे भी उतने ज़्यादा नहीं इस्तेमाल चाहिए होना चाहिए यार ये इसका हमला कर यार थोड़ा ये स्टैगर हो जाएगा तब तक ये खत्म होगा
slow.
Ja. मर गया. Enemy slain. Dragon talent. Scarlet type चाहिए मुझे. ये सब मेरे कुछ नहीं करेंगे.
You made short work of that lot. Thank you, son. Now my folks can rest in peace once more.
How long is it since the village was abandoned?
Oh, people started packing their things after the duchy fell. Between the Blight and the Imperials, you just couldn't make ends meet. Must be nigh on a decade since the last wagon left. Though it may as well have been a century, looking at the place. This isn't the Cressida I remember.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. Can't live in the past, no matter how nice it might have been. Soon as I'm done saying a prayer for those that raised me, it's onto your hideaway. I'll meet you there.
That should take care of Mid's little list. Better head back before she thinks of anything else.
मेरे दिमाग में आ रहा है इस गेम में कोई एक फाइनल फैंटेसी 16 या कोई और किड नाम का कोई कैरेक्टर होगा. मेड सेड मेड किड राइम करते हैं वो. इसलिए सेड मेड किड. मोस्ट प्रॉब्ली होगा. कोई ना कोई तो होगा छोटा सा बंदा जिसे किड बुलाते हैं लोग. ये कैरेक्टर्स किसी ना किसी फाइनल फैंटेसी में होगा. ऑफ कोर्स गारंटीड नहीं है जिस फाइनल फैंटेसी में एक किड होगा उसमें एक मिड भी होगा. सिड तो हर एक फाइनल फैंटेसी में है. अपनी मैंने पढ़ा है हर फाइनल फैंटेसी में एक कैरेक्टर है जिसका नाम सिड है. चलो अभी के लिए मिड से बात करना है क्योंकि सिड हम है.
All right, Clive. You've all done then?
I am. I've placed your various orders, and a carpenter by the name of Bernard is on his way from Martha's Rest.
That's brilliant. Thanks, Clive.
Is there anything else you need?
Nope. Blackthorn and Lady Karen have already sent over everything I asked for, and I've got all my plans drawn up. So as soon as Bernard gets here, we can get to work. I can't wait.
The breath of earth, wind up, wind up, wind up, wind up. कौन सा मुझे याद नहीं.
That's my good deed for the day done. Let's see how Jill's faring.
ये कितना समय लगेगा इसे खुलने में?
Did Bernard say how long he was going to be? I mean, it's fine, but I hope he comes soon.
एक साइड क्वेस्ट आ गया. 2 साइड क्वेस्ट आ गया. चलो साइड क्वेस्ट करते हैं पहले. मेन क्वेस्ट शुरू करने से पहले अभी मेन क्वेस्ट ही कर रहे थे. शिट. ये खोलूंगा तो फिर मेन मैं क्या ठीक है मेन क्वेस्ट कर रहा हूँ.
Clive.
Talia, how's Jill?
Recovering, but she still needs her rest.
Of course. Take good care of her, won't you?
I'll do my best. Oh, Gav was looking for you. He said he had something to show you in the shelves.
The shelves? Oh, that's right. He went to ask Hippocrates about Torgor. He must have found something.
मैं क्या यही ख़त्म कर रहा हूँ मैं अब मेन क्वेस्ट. उसके बाद आके जितने भी और एक्स्ट्रा हो जाएंगे इस 2 के अलावा जो कोई भी साइड क्वेस्ट आएंगे वो सारे करूँगा. मोस्ट प्रॉब्ली जब वो करूँगा तो थोड़े और ये बाउंटी बोर्ड में भी आ जाएंगे.
Been doing Mid's bidding, have you? Yeah, she's wrote me in and all. Mummy promised to sweep the old blooming cellar for her.
You heard. Mid's back. Things are about to get interesting around here.
इससे बाद में करूँगा। बंदी उस
Jill
ऑटो के
looked
नीचे काम
white
कर
as
रही
a
है।
sheet when they brought her back.
ये तो ऑलरेडी पढ़ लिया। ऊपर जाना है ना इसके लिए? नहीं, यहाँ पर ही हो जाएगा। ओह, ये कौन है?
Ivan's newest dish is a masterpiece. Once you get over the urge to gag, that is.
वो स्कॉर्पियन टेल्स जो लेकर आए थे। चलो किसी को तो पसंद आ रहा है।
Clive, where have you been? I've been wanting to ask you something about Torgal. Where did you get him, like, in the first place?
My father brought him back from one of his expeditions into the Northern Territories. They were crossing a snowfield when they heard his cries, and seeing no sign of his pack, they took him in.
What do you reckon, Torms?
It certainly adds weight to the theory. Clive, I believe that Torgal may be no mere hound, but a rare frostwolf, an animal native to the far northern reaches of Valisthea. In one of our oldest bestiaries, I found reference to a frostwolf who served as guardian to an ancient queen of the north. Such was his mastery over ether, he could cast magics on command. His name was Fenrir.
Fenrir the Frostwolf.
Now, the annals do not state it explicitly, but I have reason to believe this queen was a dominant of Shiva, a girl from the Northern Territories and her faithful hound. One awakens as the dominant of Shiva, and the other?
You're saying that Jill granted Torgal his powers?
What?
Just like Fenrir. People called him my hound, but Torgal and Jill were inseparable. He grew up as a faithful companion to the dominant of Shiva, and years later, his powers awakened, just when his master needed him the most.
You're right. If it weren't for Torgal blasting those bastards to Kingdom Come, Jill would have been for it.
Quite. Though Torgal's power is his own, his latent birthright as a frostwolf, it had only to be unlocked.
Oh, get you, Torgal!
You're an even finer hound than we thought.
And regarding your original concern, you need not fear for Torgal's health. Why, the beast has the appetite of a behemoth. Just this very morn, I found him with his nose buried in my nuts.
There you are! I've been looking everywhere for you. Bernard's here. I need you to introduce us so we can get to work.
I shall be a moment.
नई जगह खुल गई हमारी बेस की नई जगह
Isn't it brilliant?
It is.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. You and everyone else. But I promise I'll pay you back. I'm gonna work my fingers to the bone for you lot. Starting right now. Just you wait. I'll make wonders like this world's never seen.
Then I look forward to seeing them.
Okay, ये exactly क्या बनेगा यहाँ पे?
Now that that's settled, I wonder if Vivian's made any progress tracking down Kupka.
Thanks for letting me do this, Clive. I'll pay you back, I promise.
क्या है ये? Mid's dungeon. यहाँ पे क्या बनेगा?
We have everything we need to begin work in earnest. And work in earnest we shall.
Thanks for before, son. That was a good deed you did me. Only right I do you one in return. Though I did wonder if I'd bit off more than I could chew when Mid showed me her plans for the place. If she hadn't been there to tell me what to do, I wouldn't have known where to start.
Okay. ये मोस्ट प्रॉब्ली फाइनल बैटल में हमें किसी तरह मदद करेगा जब
I wish Miss Midador would let us help her with her dungeoneering.
Oh, उसका नाम मिडाडॉल
I
है.
wonder what she's going to dungeoneer next.
Let's go and ask her.
हाल में क्या
I think I'll wait
Side
till
quest करो.
Mid's away to take a tour of her dungeon. Don't want to get roped into her experiments.
ये अगर मैं विवियन से अभी बात करूंगा तो फिर आगे बढ़ जाएगी कहानी. मोस्ट प्रॉब्ली मैं फिर भी कर पाऊंगा ये, पर वो लग रहा है कि हम फाइनली मालूम पड़ जाएगा खुद का कहाँ है और हमें उस पर हमला करने का एक मिशन मिलेगा. तो उससे पहले ये दो साइड क्वेस्ट करना चाहता हूँ.
You have the look of a man with the twins upon his shoulders, Rodriguez.
Taya has tasked me with removing a Cursebreaker's brand. But it's my first time and I don't think I can do it. I'm afraid of what happens if I fail. You survived, I know, but here as many die as recover. Is it really worth the risk?
You don't need me to answer that. You know full well what we're fighting for. I hope as much as you that one day bearers can walk among others as equals. But until that day, a brand is a burden, and we must lift that burden in order to go undetected. The operation may be dangerous, but it's also essential, and we undergo it willingly.
I know. I still wish there was some other way. But griping about my lot helps no one, I suppose. Don't worry. I'll do what must be done.
I know you will.
Unfortunately, the first thing that needs doing is the preparation of a draft to dull the pain. Something I can't do with the infirmary's ammonia supply so low. What few leaves we have would barely be enough for removing a splinter, let alone a brand.
Just tell me what you need.
You'll go? Oh, thank you. No one knows Herblord like Taya, and she swears by ammonia for easing pain. It's simple enough to find, if you know where to look. And fortunately for you, I do. Along the river near the village of Amber over in Rosaria. Just search for the bright blue blossoms.
Do no harm. Prioritize quest. Prioritize quest. अरे यार. हो गया prioritize quest. ठीक है. Hawks Cry Cliff. ठीक है. Bright blue flowers कुछ बोल रहा था ना. Bright blue flowers या herbs जो भी हो. इतना भी दूर नहीं है. यहाँ पे हमने उसके खिलाफ लड़े थे. यहाँ पे था या यहाँ पे था? मेरे हिसाब से यहाँ पे था जहाँ पे हम वो जली के खिलाफ लड़े थे और मैं 2 बार मरा क्योंकि मैं एकदम बकवास गेमर हूँ और मुझे खेलना नहीं आता ठीक से.
The river was easy enough to find. Now for those herbs.
इन सबसे लड़ना होगा क्या? लग रहा तो है.
You deserve a rest.
I mean ये रहे ना सारे. इनसे लड़ने की जरूरत नहीं है.
This is the only plant around here with blue flowers. I hope it's the right one.
इतने ज़्यादा हैं उधर.
It'd be enough to keep the infirmary stocked for a while. Hopefully this will put Rodriguez's mind at ease.
मालूम है क्या? एक और है. हाँ.
Don't get surrounded.
अब मारो. Ah, yeah.
You're finished.
Yeah. मैं दोनों नहीं मरेंगे। बल्कि दोनों मिस हो गए मुझसे। आ जाओ सारे आ जाओ। वो दोनों मिस हो गए यार। सही में मैं दोनों को क्या बोलते हैं पुश करके वो क्लिफ एज के पास ले जाना चाहता था। वो ऑफ कोर्स उन्हें क्लिफ के पास फेंक नहीं पाता। और फिर भी
It's just one thing after another around here.
The little ones have been up to their old
Wouldn't have it
tricks
any other
again.
way.
Drawing on the deckings.
चलो अभी के लिए पता लगाते हैं कि सही वाले लेके आए कि नहीं। मोस्ट प्रॉब्ली सही वाला होगा। ये इसके साइड क्वेस्ट बहुत बेसिक है, बहुत ही बेसिक है।
I hope you didn't have too much trouble finding the ammonia.
A wild herb that, when brewed into an infusion, can dull the pain of a barber's blade. Barber's blade?
Only the usual.
Oh, yes. This is it. And more than I was expecting. I dare say the patient won't feel a thing. That is, unless I...
You'll do fine. Taya trusts you, which means I trust you. The hideaway would be lost without skilled physicers like yourself.
Thank you for the kind words. Truly. But... I'm sorry. I'm still terrified. The brand is more than just ink on flesh. It's a death sentence. Milk of the wyvern tail lurking just below the surface of the skin. One ill-conceived incision, a single slip, and the poison fouls the patient's blood. Failure means death, and even success means tremendous pain. Days of agony as the wound heals. I became a physiker to help people, not to kill them. I don't want to kill anyone.
Cursebreakers lead hard lives. And the operation is only the beginning. They toil in the shadows, risking life and limb, knowing their efforts will win them neither glory nor acclaim. And yet we never won for volunteers. Why do you think that is?
Conviction? They're willing to die?
They're willing to fight. To give their lives to create a world where people like us can be more than mere possessions. I know your work isn't easy. But neither is going under the knife. Be a shoulder for your patients to lean on. Stay strong for them.
You sound like Taya. Do you know what she once told me? It's natural for a patient to feel like they're suffering in solitude. And it's a physiker's duty to see that they don't. Thank you for helping me remember that. I won't falter. Not again.
Sharp fang steel silk.
I'm sorry I let my fear get the better of me. I'm ready to be stronger. For the hideaway. For all of us.
Damn the bastard who thought to mix branding ink with the foulest poison known to man. Since then, bearers have only ever had two choices. Court the crystal's curse in service of their masters, or defy the brand and suffer the wyvern's wrath. Either way, it's an agonizing death.
Actual quests जो होते हैं साइड क्वेस्ट
Mid's finished outfitting her little workshop on it.
जो ऑब्जेक्टिव होता है, पर वो जो बातें होती हैं उनके बाद वो सही होते हैं एकदम। वर्ल्ड बिल्डिंग जो बोलते हैं वो साइड क्वेस्ट के थ्रू वो मुझे सही लगते हैं। एक्चुअल जो ऑब्जेक्टिव्स होते हैं साइड क्वेस्ट के बकवास।
Do you have a moment, Sid? A team of Cursebreakers has gone missing near Northreach.
Which team?
Coles. They were sent to liberate a carriage of bearers before they could be smuggled to market. They were moving in for their assault when the carriage was attacked by goblins. A Cursebreaker managed to release a Stolas amid the confusion, but... this was days ago. They should be back by now, but I've heard nothing from any of them. I can't help but worry that...
They know the work is dangerous. But I'm sure they're fine.
But what if I've got them all killed? Before they go out, I always remind them why we're doing this, what they escaped, and what we're freeing people from. But I never really thought how my words might affect them. What risks they might take because of the things I've said.
I'll go and find them. We'll both rest easier knowing they're safe.
Thank you, Sid. And I'm sorry to trouble you with this. The plan was to intercept the slaver somewhere in the Dragon's Eyrie. I can't tell you much more than that, I'm afraid.
That should be enough to go on. If they were there, Torgal will track them down.
The weight of command.
The little ones have been up to their old tricks again.
Dragon's Eyrie कहाँ पे है? ये रहा. Oh नहीं, ये not Reacher.
Slavers don't even bother with Northreach.
There's talk that the Glassgate flood has finally spread to the worm.
But that'd mean half of Oriflamme's under ether.
यहाँ पे कुछ पढ़ने के लिए? ओ नहीं, पढ़ने के लिए ये है. अब तक कैसे मिस कर दिया पता नहीं. कहाँ से जाना है मुझे? हाँ, इधर से ही है. तुमसे लड़ने के लिए नहीं आया हूँ. कोई और मुझ पे हमला मत करो. मैं सिर्फ और सिर्फ गॉब्लिन्स को मारने वाला हूँ. और होपफुली थोड़े कर्स ब्रेकर्स जिंदा रहेंगे. इंसान है कि गॉब्लिन्स? इंसान है. थोड़े कर्स ब्रेकर्स. मेरे हिसाब से गॉब्लिन्स ने बाकी जो बेरस है उन्हें कैदी बना दिया.
Cole, I'm glad you're in one piece.
Just about. Sid, if you don't mind me asking, what are you doing here?
Doris sent me to find you. She hasn't heard anything since the attack. She's been worried about you.
I sent a runner to the Dame in Northreach. The hideaway should have learned of our survival yesterday.
Well, I'm here now. And it looks like you freed the bearers.
Only some. The rest locked themselves in the slaver's carriage rather than fleeing when they had the chance. I want to help them, Sid. But we're barely in any state to protect those few we did save.
You made the right decision. Now where's the carriage?
The goblins may still be out there.
You have duties to attend to here. See to the injured. I'll handle the rest.
All right. Just follow the path to the south. You'll come across the carriage soon enough. And please, hurry. If the beastmen get to those bearers, the poor souls will be eaten alive.
I won't let that happen.
Thank you. And Sid, it's good to see you.
Don't thank me just yet.
Okay.
When the goblins drove off the slaver's guard, I thought they might be doing us a favor. Damn fool.
किधर जाना है? ओके, बस ऐसे ही सीधे यहाँ पे. उतना भी दूर नहीं है बल्कि. और वो बड़ा सा ट्रोल या जो भी है इसका नाम, इस मॉन्स्टर का नाम यहाँ पे. इतने पास होने
to get into the carriage.
ये हुई ना बात.
Nice try.
विकास क्रूजर है इसका नाम. एक, दो, तीन, चार.
Nice try.
बिल्कुल इतना आसानी से नहीं करने वाला. अबे प्रिसीजन क्या बोलते हैं? प्रिसीजन काउंटर नहीं हुआ. 10, 15, 20, 25. ये stagger बार अब रुक गया। मारते जाओ। मुझे लग रहा है 30 के ऊपर शायद हो जाएगा इस बार। ओ इतना पास था यार। 28,000। आ जा। हर एक बार मजा आया ये करते हुए। ये बाबा चेक करना भूल जाता हूँ मैं। ये कोई एक था R1 दबा के अगर सही टाइम करो तो वो स्लो डाउन वो सब आता रहता है। वो चेक करना था, मैं बाबा भूल जाता हूँ। Well, इस बार वैसे क्या? ये मर जाएगा। वो नेकलेस चेक करना होगा, उससे क्या होगा?
Who are you?
A friend. Are there any more survivors? Why didn't you flee with the others? If the goblins had made it through that door, you wouldn't have stood a chance.
Why should we run? One miserable death's no worse than another.
Perhaps. But we're here to give you another choice. Freedom, safety, the life you've been denied. Come with us. Let us protect you.
Sid, I couldn't just let you... You weren't too late then. Thank the gods.
This man risked his life to save yours. To give you a second chance.
Fine. Do with us what you will.
What we'll do with you is take you to safety. After that, it's up to you. Your lives are your own now.
You can leave the rest to us, Sid. We'll get everyone back to the hideaway.
Thank you. I'll let Doris know we're expecting new arrivals.
Okay, report back to Doris at the hideaway ना। इसके साथ सारे साइड क्वेस्ट हो गए और कहीं और साइड क्वेस्ट है नहीं। ये लड़ने वाले भी चलो फिर भी ठीक लगते हैं मुझे साइड क्वेस्ट। कम से कम वो यहाँ जाके वो इकट्ठा करो या फिर वहाँ जाके ये दो, उससे तो अच्छे मुझे ये लड़ते हैं। लड़ाई तो कम से कम होती है।
Sid, welcome back. A Stolas from the Dame arrived not long after you left. If I'd just waited a little longer, I might have been able to deal with things myself. Or maybe I wouldn't. I keep making the wrong decisions.
Cole and the others got home safely. You made exactly the right decision.
No, I was lucky. I've been tracking that slaver for months, and then I sent Cole and you after them woefully unprepared. What kind of leader sends people into danger without considering all the risks? I should have urged greater caution, told Cole to be wary, to pull back at the first sign of trouble.
We swore the same oath as you, Doris.
It's good to see you safe and well, Cole. I'm sorry.
With all due respect, we Cursebreakers don't risk our lives because you commanded of us. We risk them because we believe in our cause. No one with doubts ever joins our ranks. The agony of removing the brand more than sees to that.
We all know how much bravery that takes.
Cole, I never doubted your courage. Only my ability to see it put to good use. Thank you for your faith in me. I'm not sure I deserve it. I sometimes wonder if I might prefer to risk death alongside the others than ask it of them. But I'm a curse breaker. I swore an oath too. I have a role to play, and I must trust that I'm the right one to play it.
You will. In time.
Here?
राइजिंग फ्लेम्स ये इस्तेमाल कर रहा हूँ नहीं. उससे याद है एक नेकलेस कोई मिला था ना, वो मैं चेक करने वाला था क्या है. कहाँ है वो नेकलेस? बड़ा बेच देनी चाहिए मुझे शायद. ग्रीन वाला था नेकलेस. पता नहीं कौन सा लगाए वैसे अभी. ये इग्निशन डैमेज बाय 12, इंक्रीजेस डिफेंस बाय 30, ये चाहिए मुझे. और इंक्रीजेस गाउज डैमेज बाय 15. इसका ज़्यादा अच्छा वाला अगर कोई मिल जाए मुझे. अभी के लिए जो हैं वो सही हैं. ब्रिटिश में जाते हैं. ओह डैम. ओह दिस इज गुड. और फिर इसका टाइटन का ये ज्यादा डैमेज है, कम स्टन. पर ये दोनों के दोनों इतने ज्यादा हैं. डैमेज भी इतना ज्यादा, स्टन भी इतना ज्यादा. इसे लूंगा मैं पहले, इसलिए ये 2300 का, ये बस 1895 इसके लिए सेव करूंगा मैं डेफिनेटली. ना छोटे मोटे ले लेता हूँ यार. मास्टर अभी नहीं करूंगा.
I didn't mean to doubt my comrades, but I couldn't leave them out there either. I need to trust them more, I see that. But that doesn't mean I need to care about them any less.
कोई साइड क्वेस्ट या कुछ? नो, कुछ भी नहीं है. पर मेरे पास 300 ये रिनाउन है खर्च करने के लिए.
How may I help you today, Clive? Come to claim your just desserts?
Safe passage, dire wolf chess, cleric's medallion, green वाले क्यों इस पे इकट्ठा करूँ? berserker ring, ये शायद अच्छा हो सकता है. Such is the renown of said outlaw that much of my clientele would rather spend their time prattling on about your endeavors than making any endeavors of their own. For that, I feel I owe you at least a portion of my earnings. A particularly enamored sword left this on the nightstand. Might it serve you better than it did him? Busy courtesan.
Here you are.
Ooh, ability points, yes.
All yours. All done?
Ability points of course लूँगा यार मैं. और वो ये एक बार देखूँ जरा. Temporarily increases attack proficiency with each precision dodge. The berserkers of Southern Ash, known for their fearlessness on the field of battle, were known to wear these rings not only on their fingers but pierced all over their bodies from head to toe. Scholars now believe the natural courage they displayed was a result of extended exposure to the concentrated ether imbued in the jewelry that poisoned the blood of its non-wearers and induced madness that ultimately became associated with battle frenzy. That proficiency ये काफ़ी अच्छा हो सकता है. सही बोलूँ तो क्या निकालूंगा मैं उसके जगह? इसके जगह ये लगा के देखता हूँ कैसे है. चलो बाकी सब अब कर दिया यहाँ पे. अब ये शुरू करते हैं विवियन से मेन क्वेस्ट. A history of Palestinian Prudence, the Continental Accord. The signing of the Continental Accord marks the beginning of the modern era of Valistia. Where the realm had once been riven by hatred and mistrust, the Accord built bridges, affecting many of the areas of realm-wide cooperation that persist to this day. The shared currency, shared calendar, and common system of bearer ownership chief among its epoch-making achievements. Alas, in the years since the Accord signing, many of these old rifts have reopened. It is for us to follow in the steps of our forebearers and wholeheartedly endeavor to usher in a new age of peace and unity. Hopefully, ये bearer ownership के अलावा ज़्यादा तो गेम्स में ऐसे ही होता है. कोई एक डाउन ट्रोडन लोग होते हैं जिनके लिए हम लड़ते हैं मेन कैरेक्टर. हर एक में नहीं ऑफ कोर्स, तो काफ़ी गेम्स में ऐसा होता है. फैंटेसी गेम्स.
How goes the hunt for Kupka?
Largely in circles. We have myriad sightings of strange soldiers in unexpected places, but nothing definitive as yet. If only we knew for certain by what route he left Rosalith.
Well, keep at it. If anyone can piece this puzzle together, it's you. And I'm willing to wait as long as it takes.
What? Here?
Would that be a problem?
Do you know, Clive? I believe it a mercy that you didn't inherit your father's throne. Your poor people would surely live in fear of you.
You have nothing to worry about on that front. I won't be claiming his crown.
That is a relief.
Clive, have you got a minute? We, have a guest.
A guest?
For your trouble.
It was a pleasure, in hindsight.
Uncle Byron? Clive, my boy! Tap a cask and stoke the ovens, for your favourite uncle is here!
हमारी माँ to inside the holy empire of Sandbrek. Seat of the imperial court.
The Dalmekian government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
Still, we must insist on substantial reparations. Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmecs empty their treasuries for us.
Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan, nor less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a great debt.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you, Your Highness.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Very good.
Now, let us come to the question of precisely when the Dalmecs will withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of them in mere moments. The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can.
And once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmex to send for him, he would not arrive in time. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan, it is not to be.
And what of your subjects, Your Radiance? If the fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on. Dion?
Yes, sire.
Prepare for battle.
But sire...
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
If that is your wish, Your Radiance, I shall depart at once. May Gregor forgive you.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, Your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
So Annabella's tales were true. You disappoint me, Dion.
What on earth is Uncle Byron doing here? Only one way to find out.
क्या कर दिया उस के बेटे के साथ अपने बेटे के साथ उस बंदी ने?
The little ones have been up to their old. It's just one thing after another around here.
वो हमेशा उसके गोद में लेटे रहता है। तीसरा सीट जो है कुर्सी उसमें बैठ सकता था पर नहीं। तानी कन्फ्रंट करेगा क्लाइव तो कैसे करेगा? हम कैसे करेंगे? हम मतलब क्लाइव ऑफ कोर्स। चलो अभी के लिए शायद ये कुछ बता सके एनाबेला हमारी माँ के बारे में। एनाबेला हमारी माँ का नाम ही है ना? मुझे याद भी नहीं है। एक मिनट रुकना। विवियन नाइनटेल्स नहीं, ह्यूगो कुपका भी नहीं। एक्टिव टाइम लो छोड़ो।
Ah, my dear nephew, how I've missed you.
How did you find this place, Uncle?
Through the good offices of young Sir Wade. He really is the most helpful fellow. As are you, I hear. The Guardians and those they freed tell the most outlandish tales of your heroics in Rosalith. Which is why I came, to learn the full truth of the matter. Sort the fact from the fiction, so to speak.
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of Rosalith to Port Isolde.
I was, aye.
Then I have questions for you. Please, come inside, Uncle.
Gladly. You there? There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's coffers, would you?
2,000?
And I'm afraid that is all I know.
A fleet sailing south past Port Isolde. Most intriguing.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Kupka withdrew wounded from Rosalith. Still less that my own nephew dealt the decisive blow.
What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dhalmekian fleet and recent reports of the Royalists' movements, that the final piece of the puzzle has fallen into place. Come here and I'll show you. It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly her royal navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Hain, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes, it seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why, home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts. But would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Could that truly have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde? To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance? No. The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waluda friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
So it was the Waluders who spirited the wretch away. Now I think about it, there was something a little strange about the ships I saw. The men seemed almost crestfallen, as if in mourning, as if they believed, or were made to believe, that their master was dead.
You have a keen mind, Lord Rosfield. And you have your answer. To find Kupka, you have merely to follow the Royalist trail across the Velcroy. It may well have gone cold by now, but as they say in the Republic, all roads lead to Drake's Fang.
Allow me to accompany you part of the way. As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Canberward on business after visiting you here. The Fang would be but a short detour.
I'd be glad of the company. Give me a moment to make ready. I need to tell my friends what we've learned. And where we're going.
Very well, but be quick about it, my boy. Time waits for no man.
हमारा अंकल हमारे साथ आएगा इस बार. Speak with Otto. और ये अपने खुद की लाइफ स्टेक नहीं कर सकती, हमारी लाइफ क्यों स्टेक कर रही है अपने इंफॉर्मेशन पे? जो भी इसका.
Here for another of my lectures.
Ask about Mid.
We met under curious circumstances.
I think it is fair to say. It was during my time at the university. I had returned to my lecture hall to collect some notes and discovered Mid crouched under the lectern, sketching some design or other by candlelight. It transpired that she had fashioned a key and had been using my classroom as her own secret study, a place of quiet refuge from overzealous tutors and the like.
Naturally.
I insisted she leave, but Mid being Mid, she refused to take no for an answer, and before I knew it, I had not only allowed her to continue her late-night studies, but had agreed to take her on as a pupil in the bargain. Though I soon wish I hadn't. Her refusal to defer to authority was no less evident in my lectures. Was this my reward for years of painstaking study, I wondered, to be teased and tormented by some oil-stained stripling who seemed to delight in my discomfort?
Still.
Our time together was not entirely disagreeable, not least because it was she who unearthed the plot against my life and encouraged you to come and whisk me away to safety. And so I came to take refuge in your base of operation, just as she once did in mine. अब Byron के बारे में पूछना?
Lord Byron Rossfield.
Of the 7 high houses, protector of Port Isolde, and your uncle no less.
I heard tell.
He was an adventurous soul, and journeying alone to the secret lair of the villainous Sid the Outlaw would certainly seem to give truth to such rumors. He will make a valuable ally, and a generous one, I hope, and his connections among the nobility will surely prove useful.
Why?
Perhaps we will soon be invited to the heads of the remaining high houses to a grand soiree here in the hideaway. I must practice my steps.
Allow me to educate you. Of course.
Damn, काफी नए हैं. शुरुआत और अभी प्रेजेंट है. हाँ, बंदी का नाम क्या है? क्या है बंदी का नाम? कहाँ पे है वो? Holy Emperor, Holy Empress, Annabella Lesage. और ये Mysterious Being, Ultima. क्या है? Empress of the Holy Empire of Sanbreque, formerly the Duchess of Rosaria before she betrayed her nation and gifted it to the empire. For a short while after the fall of the duchy, she was taken into the protection of the imperial crown, a pretense that ended with her bargained remarriage to Emperor Sylvester, the birth of Prince Olivier, and her return to rule over Rosaria as vicereine.
Study it well, Clive.
ये सब बाद में कभी पढ़ूंगा यार, बहुत ज़्यादा है.
Mid's finished outfitting her little workshop, I hear.
With a little help from Sid, of course.
Of course. Our new leader's no better at resisting her wheedling than the old one was.
Otto, Kupka's at Drake's Fang. I'll be leaving before sunset.
You're not going in there alone, are you?
Don't worry. I'm not going there to destroy the Mother Crystal. All I'm after is Kupka's head. I won't risk any more than I have to. I promise.
The Lancer and the Fang are all Kupka's personal fiefdom. You have any trouble on the way, you ask for Rosina Dalamil. Some call her the Desert Hare.
Who is she?
An old associate of Sid's, and only Sid's. All I know is the name, and that they used to meet at the Dalamil Inn. We've heard nothing from her since he died. But I'm thinking maybe the new Sid might be able to bring her back into the fold.
Thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
So, what about your uncle? I mean, he's welcome to stay, but...
Don't look so worried. He'll be coming with me.
Thank fuck for that.
Gav, Otto, I'm leaving you two in charge.
You can count on us. I heard they called Rosina the Desert Hare on account of how little escapes her ears. That and her habit of bolting at the first sign of danger. But if she knew Sid was looking for her, she might just be tempted back out of her burrow.
What's wrong, Gav?
It's this gold your uncle gave us. Are you sure it's all right for us to take it?
My uncle isn't easily refused, especially where dispersing his wealth is concerned.
But 2,000 talents. I don't even know how much that is in Gil.
It's the price of a quayside mansion in the Crystalline Dominion. He sold one to fund our endeavor. He was hoping to part with it anyway, what with war brewing in the region. And, luckily for him, a Sambraquan noble was willing to pay over the odds for a foothold in the Holy Emperor's neighborhood.
But still, 2,000 talents? I mean, is it normal for nobles to give away that kind of money?
It's normal for my uncle.
Fuck me. Oh, the other half live, eh?
Well, now that we've got a few gills to rub together, do you think it'd be all right if I splashed out on a few bottles of Lost Wing's finest?
Here, leave some for the rest of us, Otto. If he's filling his cellar, I'm filling our larder, starting with a barrel of the best salt-cured northern salmon.
I'll leave you to decide how best to use it. Just don't spend all at once, all right?
अमीर लोग अमीर ठीक है और टैलेंट्स क्या है मुझे कुछ आइडिया ही नहीं है
I've never seen a crate full of gil before, let alone two. Your uncle certainly knows how to make an entrance.
I heard they call Rosina the desert hare on account of how...
इससे याद आया मैं देखना चाहता था ये क्या नहीं ये नहीं चाहिए एक मिनट एबिलिटीज नहीं ट्यूटोरियल मैसेजेस नहीं 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 मैं अपने ये रहा ना मैजिक बर्स्ट नहीं partial stagger breaking an opponent's will malme staggering hitting them while they're down ये नहीं parry ये रहा just as an opponent attacks to parry the strike R1 ठीक है ये याद रखना उससे स्लो भी हो जाएगा कोई लेटर नहीं है मेरे और कोई साइड क्वेस्ट भी नहीं है ना ये गया ये भी गया और थोड़ी देर बाद ये भी चले जाएगा और फिर बस ये बचेगा ये दो उन दोनों को भी कर देंगे हम चलो
All right, Uncle. I'm ready to depart. Shall we?
We shall. Come, let us away to adventure.
The Velcroid Desert, a vast arid sea of sand and stone that has been slowly consuming western Dalmatia since time immemorial. The Velcroid Desert, huh? Desert.
I was a young man when last I walked this path. There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
The trading post it is.
Riddle of the Sands. Make for the Dalmil Inn.
Our destination lies over that dune, beyond the ruins. Mark them well, Clive. It's all too easy to lose one's bearings in the sands.
यहाँ पे जाना है। ये पूरा क्या बोलते हैं वैसे टाइप का है, पूरे फोर्टिफिकेशन के साथ, नेचुरल फोर्टिफिकेशन। छोटे छोटे जगह खुले हैं जहाँ पे अच्छे से पोस्ट कर सकते हैं सेंट्रीज वो सबको। मोस्ट प्रॉब्ली इनके खिलाफ हेल डाइवर ये सब जो है इनके खिलाफ लड़ने के लिए। कहाँ जा रहा है? और नहीं, तू नहीं मारेगा उससे, मैं मारूंगा। जा। हमारा अंकल कुछ कर रहा भी है क्या? बस ऐसे ही खड़ा है। मार रहा भी नहीं है। चलो उसकी तरफ देखते हैं थोड़ा ये एरिया।
Many years ago, when you were just a boy, you and I rode this way together, accompanying your father on a scouting expedition to Drake's Fang.
Let me come with you.
I'm not surprised you don't remember. It was just before Joshua was born. You were so eager to be there when your brother arrived that you whipped your chocobo too hard on the journey home and fell from the saddle. I shall never forget how Elwyn fussed over you as you sat in the sand, bawling like a babe.
ओ इसके अंदर है क्या? ये बड़ा सा जो है लग रहा था वही है। यप। और एक और एक्स्ट्रा फोर्टिफिकेशन, नेचुरल फोर्टिफिकेशन के अलावा। ओके उतना नेचुरल फोर्टिफिकेशन नहीं है जितना सोच रहा था मैं। रुकना यार, ये ही है तो ये ही है पूरा फोर्टिफिकेशन। Run,
Who do you think those soldiers were in the inn?
Friends of friends, I'd wager. Not that they looked very friendly.
ओके ये उतना बड़ा नहीं है जितना सोच रहा था मैं होगा, एकदम छोटा है ये। बस एक एक्चुअल वाला यहाँ पे है, ठीक है। ये पूरे इधर जाके those knob terraces.
So, Lord Cook has finally made his move?
Yes. I expect that's why there's so many soldiers in town, to deal with any Imperial reprisals.
वो दिख रहे हैं ना बिल्डिंग। ये वॉच मेरे हिसाब से
Come on.
देखने के लिए कि कोई अगर आया तो। पर कुछ है क्या? ऐसे वॉच लिखा हुआ है, कोई ऊपर जाने का है नहीं। ये बस एक रेस्ट स्टॉप है और कुछ नहीं। और वो वहाँ पे है। कोई म्यूजिक क्यों नहीं हो रहा? आ रहा।
Ah, there she is. The good old Dalamil Inn. Do you know, this heat has given me quite a thirst. Quick drink before we press on?
रुकना यार, ये थोड़ा ऊपर से देखना चाहता हूँ मैं इस पूरे शहर को। ना नहीं जा पाऊंगा कट सीन की वजह से।
Look, there. Those are ashen steeds. No doubt about it.
And such a long ride from Stone here. Our Luda friends must be soothing their saddle sores in the inn. Shall we join them? Run along and play now, Torgal. Dogs aren't allowed inside.
day to you. Eating?
Sorry about my pal. He only talks when his mouth's full. What do you recommend?
Well, if you're after something light, we do a fine chocobo soup with lentils and honey.
2 bowls of that, then. An ale.
Right you are.
Hey, girl!
Coming!
Your pal?
Would you rather be my squire?
Your Grace, it is plain you are not yet well enough to travel. If you would only let me take you to someone who can better attend to your ills.
No, we must press on. Prince Dion has returned to his camp and will soon depart for the front. I must speak with him at all costs. Miss this chance and I may never get another. You do understand that?
Yes, Your Grace. But you must at least agree to take your medicine. I'll fetch you some water.
Keep watch, they tell us. But all I see is sand.
I hear they got our guest back to the Fang without any trouble. We'll be leaving soon enough.
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way just to save that blockhead's skin, we'll never know. Dominant or not, he's a bloody idiot.
That'll be Cooker, then.
Well, let's get this down us. We've a long way to go.
Hey, you!
बग नहीं करना चाहिए था.
Sorry.
Can you walk, Your Grace?
What's wrong?
I fear trouble may be brewing downstairs.
You two are travelers, are you not? Me and my companions are strangers here. Perhaps you'd be good enough to accompany us a while. Help us find our way.
Sorry, lads, but we've got business in camera that can't wait.
Ah, I'm sure you could spare us an hour or two.
Come on.
Friend.
I'm afraid we don't have a moment to lose. Friend. Stay back, Uncle.
Gladly.
तुम्हारी गलती, तुम मेरे पास आए.
Take it.
Try it.
Okay. Oh.
Bravo, my boy! Just like that!
You're finished, you.
Simple. पर पूरा का पूरा इन तोड़ दिया, सारे टेबल्स वो सब.
For your trouble. Word of advice, miss. That soup could do with a touch more salt.
Now's our chance. Your Grace?
I'm fine. Yeah.
Clive? What is it now?
It's nothing. Let's go.
Well, we didn't know where to find Kupka before. We do now.
The Royalists said it themselves. Their guest is in the Fang. We should press on before any more of their friends turn up.
उस बंदी को मालूम नहीं क्या कि क्लाइव हमारा भाई है, या फिर जोशुआ अभी मिलना नहीं चाहता इसलिए.
Stoneware. Won't ship, won't crack, no matter how rocky the road.
जोशुआ मिलना नहीं चाहता अभी क्लाइव से, इसलिए कुछ बोला नहीं उसके बारे में, जोशुआ को हमारे बारे में. एक और कट सीन.
Ah, they've closed the road, and it's the only way from here to the Fang. It would seem Lord Kupka is not accepting visitors at present.
We have to get through that gate.
Not by force, I trust. Attracted quite enough unwanted attention already.
By guile, then. Perhaps the Desert Hare can offer us her aid.
Rosina Dalamil, woman of mystery. But how will we find her? We know naught of her but her name.
And that she was working with Sid. Sid's other collaborators have all been people of means, the wealthiest and most successful members of their communities. I'll wager this Rosina Dalamil is the same.
That would certainly help to narrow the search. We need only inquire as to who is in charge of the town.
And that's exactly what I mean to do.
मैं उम्मीद करूंगा कि वो एटलीस्ट नाम बदल देंगे उसका और ये रुजामिल डालमेल जो है वो एक एलियास है.
Well, it's not like we've got a reason to. Whatever this emergency is, they've shut down the whole mine for it.
Okay, उससे याद आया कुछ भी करने से पहले देखना ये फुल है कि नहीं. Oh damn. थोड़ा ज़्यादा है पर ठीक है. डिफेंस एचपी कम करेगा पर वेल कम कर रहा है. मेरा डिफेंस ज़्यादा जल्दी है. Reduces lightning rod cooldown time by 5 seconds. Lightning rod मैं इस्तेमाल भी नहीं कर रहा हूँ. 40,000 फिर से. बोल करो ये.
My thanks. An excellent choice.
इसे भी
My
करो.
thanks. Go with Gilbert.
इसलिए मालूम क्या एक.
Are you looking for something in particular?
एक एलेक्सर भी ले ले रहा हूँ. Speak with townspeople.
Crystal delivery's over. Get back to your homes.
But I didn't get one.
Light it for Gilbert's sake. You're a bearer, aren't you? I was a fool to waste good coin on you.
Anything I can help you with, travelers? Allow me. My good man, we represent one of the oldest and greatest trading houses of Port Isolde. We're seeking to expand our business in the region and would very much like to make the acquaintance of Dalamil's leading entrepreneurs. If only we knew where to find them.
Well, we're best known for our baths, our markets and our smithies. I suppose you could do worse than start your search at one of those.
Thank you. You've been most helpful. Oh, you wouldn't happen to know a lady by the name of Rosina Dalamil, would you?
No. I can't say I do.
Well, thank you all the same.
Dalamil is famous for its spas, its markets, and its smithies. Somebody at one of those might be able to help you.
और ये रही दूसरी स्टॉल होल्डर, दूसरी सिटीजन.
What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy?
I won't keep you long. I'm looking for someone. A woman by the name of Rosina Dalamil. Do you know her?
Never heard of her. Is that all?
One more question. If I wanted to find the richest trader in town, where would you recommend that I look?
Oh, that's easy. The Briar's Kiss. Won't find a finer smithy this side of the strait. The owner's only a young sprig, but he's got all the right ideas.
The Briar's Kiss, you say? Thank you.
I doubt this young sprig is the person we're looking for. You said Sid's contact was likely to be an influential sort. Influence comes with age and experience, believe you me.
That boy at the Briar's Kiss is a real talent. People flock from miles around to buy his steel. And it isn't cheap either.
Most probably वही होगा. Rosamill, जो भी उसका नाम था. Rosamill Dalamil. Rosamina Dalamil? जो भी हो.
Mummy, I want to play with the crystal.
How many times do I have to tell you? It's not a toy.
वो क्या है? कौवे. Speak with the villagers. बस एक और villagers से बात करना बचा है. ये riverboat captain.
Can I help you? Yes, I'm looking for a woman by the name of Rosina Dalamil. A long-standing pillar of your community, I believe, from old trading stock.
Then you should ask Ferda. He's been here for years. Knows the place and its people like the back of his hand. And he's in with all the old merchant families. Try the baths. That's where you'll usually find him.
Thank you kindly.
Oh, मछलियाँ. कैट फिशिंग गेम बनाने की सोच रहे थे इसमें पर फिर नहीं डाला. पर ये इनके मॉडल्स रख दिया. तो ये फिशिंग.
Ask for Ferda at the baths. If this woman you're looking for is still around, you'll know where to find her.
Rosamina Diamond.
It sounds like we have our man.
Perhaps.
Rosina.
Let's go and find out exactly what this Ferda knows.
Rosina Diamond. Rosamina ऐसे कुछ पता नहीं क्यों बाबा बोल रहा था. Rosamina.
Sweet incense. What's wax candles?
ये है फॉर. Oh, ये है bathing house. Men and women मेरे हिसाब से.
This town is truly blessed. The bustling markets, the healing waters, and all under the watchful eye of Lord Kupka, who stands ready to crush any threat that might face us.
ये Rafelda, इससे बात करते हैं हम.
Excuse me. Are you Ferda?
I am. Can I help you, travelers?
I hope so. You've lived here for some time, is that correct? Do you know Rosina Dalamil? We believe she may be a trader of some renown.
And what business do you have with the desert hare?
She was a close friend of mine. I was hoping she might be able to help me.
Very well. Go to the bordello. I'll arrange.
यार, गेम ऑडियो पूरा बंद हो गया था.
I know who you're looking for. Go to the bordello and wait there.
Oh yes, ये definitely
Do you think
trap
we
है.
can trust him?
Only as far as I think he trusts us.
हम पे हमला करने वाला है ये.
So you're the ones who've been sniffing around.
I beg your pardon?
Don't play the fool. Stick your nose in our business and you're likely to lose it.
Bested होगा most probably ये. सबको नहीं पकड़ पाया मैं. और ये इधर ही रुका. ये क्या कर रहा था? बस ऐसे ही रुका हुआ था तब से. अभी एक आजा. Enemies bested या enemies slain? अलविदा. Enemies bested. जानता था. हमारे allies हैं, future allies. क्यों मारेंगे इससे हम?
Who are you working for? Him or her?
Him. The boss. He wanted us to test you.
Though one could hardly call that a test.
Lord Ferda?
Look what the cat dragged in.
Your skill with the blade is rare indeed, my lord. A fitting talent for an outlaw.
You know who I am. So what now? Call in the men of the Rock and collect the bounty?
That isn't my decision to make. Our work is done. Take him to meet his precious Rosina. She will be interested to make his acquaintance.
Yes, my lord.
Oh,
to the Lock of Leisure, then.
मिलेंगे?
To the Lock of Leisure.
वो असल में औरत ही है. मुझे लगा था वो जो यंग ब्लैकस्मिथ है वो होगा.
Plates and pots, bowls and basins.
Make for the Lock of Leisure.
Kneaded to a silken softness, like eating a cloud with a crust.
Once you go flat, you never go back.
The most fragrant herbs and spices
Finest
from the breadths of the
fabric,
twins.
fresh from the capital.
Is this the place?
Lubor's Forge, the Briar's Kiss. Ah, so it was the young sprig after all. So much for Rosina Dalamil being a woman of experience. How wrong I was.
It was an easy mistake to make, Uncle. After all, it must have been years since Sid last saw her. Sorry, him. Whoever this Lubor truly is, he's clearly a man of means. I'd say he deserves our respect.
See that he gets it.
Okay, मिलते हैं. Luzamina diamonds.
Lubor, Lord Furder told me to bring them to you.
My boys tell me you're in need of assistance. Sid the Second?
I won't waste your time. I need passage through the south gate.
Tell me, what do you think is a merchant's most important commodity? Why, trust. Everyone knows that. Without it, you have nothing. And nothing is exactly what you have. And so, for you, I, too, have nothing. I'm not in the business of helping every lost puppy that wanders in off the street. I'm a busy man, as you can see.
Let's leave this mummer to his farce.
By all means. Find someone else to help you on your way. Just be sure to tell them you're not the two travelers from the inn the guards are looking for. Don't want them jumping to conclusions, do we?
Why, you...
So, what do we need to do to earn your trust?
I like this one. Willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants. Ha! Men like you have a special place in my heart. Why, you ask? Because they get me what I want. Always.
Fine. So what do you want?
Don't tell me you're going to listen to this swaggering scruff!
We might as well hear him out. It's only natural that an ally of Sid's would seek assurances of strangers. Assuming he is an ally, of course. 5 years ago, he would have still been a boy.
And yet even then I had more good sense than a man, 5 times my age? But enough of the pleasantries. We were speaking of what I want. I want you to put an end to the trouble in Dalamil. Return to me when you have done so, and you shall have my aid. Until then, I bid you good day.
What trouble? If you're going to give us orders, be clear about them, damn you!
Manners, Greybeard. One catches more damselflies with honey than with vinegar.
What did you call me?
My apologies. A word of advice in recompense. Follow the crystals. Oh, but that was 3. Oh, I'm making this too easy for you.
Ha! It will be easy. Solving his little riddle should be like dealing with him. Child's play. Let us divide our forces, Clive. I'd rather not drag this parlor game on any longer than we need to.
All right. Good luck, Uncle.
Follow the crystals. Prioritize quest. Already prioritize होगा.
I thought we were the only ones causing trouble in Dalamil.
But clearly नहीं.
The misfortune Dalamil finds herself in is of a crystalline nature. So do be discreet in your inquiries,
Master Lubor has high expectations of you. Don't disappoint him.
Lubor's lackey. और यहाँ पे बस पूछना है. Speak with the townspeople.
Excuse me. Is it true there's been trouble with crystals of late?
You've heard, then?
I've heard rumors.
Damn thieves. Pilfering the crystals that were meant to fill our cups and light our stoves. Us common folk have hardly had a shard to share between us these last few moons. And it isn't as if we can buy them on the black market either. Whoever's taking them, they aren't sharing.
Oh, crystal की कमी हो रही है.
There's cartloads of crystal coming out of Drake's Fang every day. Meanwhile, we're all having to get by with half-spent shards. Someone's siphoning it off.
सारे तो वो ले जा रहे होंगे ना. क्या बोलते हैं? ड्रैगन फैंग सारे भी होंगे तो I mean वो ड्रैगन फैंग में ही है कुपको, तो वहाँ से आ रहे होंगे तो कुपको को क्या फ़ायदा होगा. तो यहाँ पर ही कर रहा है जो भी कर रहा है ये क्रिस्टल्स के साथ.
Do you have a moment?
Depends what for.
Just a question. Dalamil seems to be thriving compared to the other villages I came through on the way. Is there a reason for that?
Well, we're a stone's throw from Drake's Fang for one. The soldiers guarding the Mother Crystal and the shipments need a place to spend their hard-earned gil. The men of the Rock throw their money about.
Is that so? Well, thank you. Don't let me keep you from your work any longer.
हल्का सा हिलाता हूँ ये तो वो बंद हो जाता है. संभाल के हिलाना होगा मुझे अपने कंट्रोलर को.
The men of the Rock are Lord Cook's private guard. He must be a generous man. The amount they spend when they come calling.
बस एक और से बात करना है और इस पे भी ध्यान रखना है अपने कंट्रोलर पे ताकि गेम ऑडियो फिर से बंद ना हो जाए.
Light meat and dark, fresh from the grill. Get it while it's hot. You wouldn't believe how much he gave me.
Well, I hope you gave as good as you got.
What can I do for you, soldier? Need that sword polishing?
I'm not a soldier.
Oh, then be off with you. I serve the men of the Rock and the men of the Rock only.
You have an agreement with them?
Don't be stupid. I just know which side my bread is buttered. Don't want to be stuck under some pauper when they come knocking. With pockets deeper than Zemeckis and an urge to empty them. No, just leave, will you? Before you scare them off.
I think I'm starting to get an idea of what's been going on. I wonder if Uncle Byron's learned anything of use. He'll probably be back at the inn by now.
So basically soldiers जो हैं men of the Rock वो चोरी कर ले रहे हैं जो लोगों के लिए होना चाहिए.
Fresh bread, warm from the
Juiciest
oven.
meat from greens fed birds. One bite and you'll be begging for more.
Simple
My
enough.
carpets have pride of place in Castle Dasbog. You too can live like a lord.
ये एक रैंडम एनपीसी के जो लिफ्ट मूवमेंट्स है वो मैच कर रहे थे इसके डायलॉग्स के साथ, पर कट सीन में जो कभी-कभी होता है वो बिल्कुल भी मैच नहीं करते हैं.
What was all that crashing and banging about before?
Some out-of-towners picked a fight with the guard, I heard. Got cracked skulls for their trouble.
It's you, the one who broke all our furniture. What do you want? Haven't you caused enough trouble already?
I'm looking for my pal. Have you seen him?
The gentleman who was with you? Yes, he's upstairs, but
Thank you. I'll go and fetch him.
The inn's a mess of blood-soaked splinters, thanks to you. The least you can do is let us clean up in peace. I told the guard those soldiers started it. Don't need any more trouble.
अंकल के साथ इतने बहुत अच्छे से बात की होगी क्योंकि एक पूरा गुच्छा पैसों के डाल दिया उसके पास लड़ाई के बाद। कहाँ पे?
Let me treat you. I'm pretty flush these days.
are you now?
Find Byron.
Huh?
Will this suffice as a deposit?
By the sands. That's a black pearl.
One of the many treasures in my collection that I would be only too happy to part with, should you give me reason to do so.
All right. I'm sure that we can come to an agreement, but not here.
What are you doing, Uncle?
ये उतना भी क्या बोलते हैं नैव नहीं हो सकता। ये बेसिकली जहाँ पे भी लेके जाएगा ना सोल्जर, वहाँ पे इस पर हमला करेंगे और इसका सब कुछ ले लेंगे वैसे भी बिना कुछ एग्रीमेंट के। उससे ये मालूम होना चाहिए।
Care to explain why you're giving gifts to Kupka's men?
Bait, my boy. One cannot catch one's prey without it. And I do believe I've snagged us quite the quarry. I started by asking around the markets as to where I might purchase crystals. I had no luck, of course. It's forbidden to trade in such things. But my uncharacteristic indiscretion just happened to attract the attention of those uniformed ruffians. They took me aside and said they could procure the crystal I sought if I proved I could pay for it.
So the pearl was your proof?
I thought they'd ask for more. A second-rate specimen like that would only fetch 500,000 or so. A small price to pay for admittance to the underworld. But enough about my little act of subterfuge. What did you discover?
That the supply of crystals has dried up of late. And some people seem to think they're being stolen. Meanwhile, members of Kupka's private guard have been spending money all over town. I'll wager those soldiers you've been talking to have been siphoning off crystals meant for elsewhere, and pocketing the profits.
I'll wager you're right.
We'll meet with them then, just as you arranged, and put an end to the trouble Lubor spoke of.
Ha! That preening popinjay thought this would be difficult. It just goes to show, one should never underestimate a Rosfield. We'll soon wipe that smirk off his face. I arranged to meet with the soldiers in a secluded corner of the Velcroy, far from prying eyes.
The perfect place for a spot of double dealing.
I trust I can count on your support, if things turn sour.
Of course.
मुझे लगता है ये जो बंदा है ना लू बॉय, वो पहले वो क्रिस्टल्स में डील करता था, पर जब से ये सोल्जर्स ने सारे क्रिस्टल्स अपने साथ रखने लगे तब से इसका बिजनेस जो है कम होने लग गया, क्योंकि इसे क्रिस्टल्स नहीं मिल पा रहे थे वो, क्योंकि सोल्जर्स ले रहे थे। तो सोल्जर्स से डील करेंगे तो उससे क्रिस्टल्स मिलने लग जाएंगे और फिर वो क्या बोलते हैं, उसका बिजनेस भी बढ़ने लग जाएगा। ऑफ कोर्स ऐसे भी हो सकता है कि वो एक्चुअल में
I need a drink.
जैसे मैं कह रहा था, ऐसे भी हो सकता है कि वो असल में ये इस जगह का नाम क्या है? इस जगह का नाम भूल गया हूँ मैं। एल्जोबियो। ओह, इस बंदी के पास क्रिस्टल है। यहाँ के लोग वो लूबाई, ऐसे भी हो सकता है कि वो लूबाई यहाँ के लोगों के बारे में भी सही में क्या बोलते हैं वरी कर रहा है।
Fucking men of the wrong. Anytime they pull their snouts out of Cook's trough is when they want to lord it over us.
संदूक के एक और। यहाँ से जाना होगा पीछे।
1,000 gil for a measly bunch of gazelle greens.
I named my price. If you can't pay it, that's your problem.
It's all the fault of this blasted war. The moment they find out you're from the Empire, they flat out refuse to do business with you.
थोड़े और लोग बात कर लो। और फ्लेवर डायलॉग सुनना चाहता हूँ मैं।
Made from the stoutest stoneware. Won't ship.
ये ऑलरेडी सुन चुका हूँ।
We're back soon. I need a new dress.
Take a sniff, good sir.
The finest fabrics, fresh from the capital.
ओके, अब इसके बाहर निकलते ही मैं फाइनली अपने चौकोबो को बुला पाऊंगा। भैया, और वो रहा हमारा अंकल का नॉर्मल येलो वाला, और हमारे पास एकदम रेयर वन ऑफ अ काइंड एम्ब्रोजिया वाइट वाला चोकोबो। ओह, रेड कलर की चोकोबो यहाँ पे। वहाँ ये स्वैम्प में जो था उनका रंग क्या था, मुझे याद नहीं आ रहा। वो क्या है? ये नॉर्मल वुल्स ही है, कोई नया नहीं। इसके पास पहुंच गए हैं, यहाँ पे इनसे लड़ने के लिए रेडी रहना है। ये गारंटी वो चोरी करने की सोच रहे हैं, हमला करके सब कुछ लूटने की सोच रहे हैं।
I'll take it from here.
ओह नहीं, एक्चुअल में क्रिस्टल्स हैं इनका यहाँ पे।
I was beginning to think you weren't coming, my lord.
Walter भाई कैसे हो?
Your contribution?
All the silver and stones I could scrape together at such short notice?
You brought the whole 500 talents.
That was the price we agreed upon, yes? If you've no objections, I'd like to see the crystal.
Of course. Right this way, my lord.
स्ट्रीम में आने के लिए धन्यवाद वॉल्टन भाई, अपना काम करो आराम से।
Not bad at all.
ये पता नहीं YouTube क्यों नहीं दिखा रहा आपका।
Lying about the clarity. But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road, what guarantee have I that it wouldn't be seized as property of the Republic?
Most probably अगले हफ्ते हो जाएगा एक्चुअल में।
No longer the property of the Republic. You're not buying from
और मेरा एकदम ठीक है। आज एक्चुअली सुबह स्ट्रीम ना करने की सोच रहा था, पीठ में बहुत दर्द हो रहा था मेरा।
We have no more jurisdiction here than you, my lord. But we have ships and will gladly deliver to a port of your choosing now that our price has been met.
Royalists, eh? What brings you here?
मेरा बहुत समय से पिछले एक दो हफ्ते से हो रहा है, पर आज कुछ ज़्यादा ही देर था।
Our nations are allies.
इसलिए सोच रहा था नहीं करने के लिए। और कम हो गया, सुबह उठने के बाद वो थोड़ा मुंह लगा दिया था, तो जब तक टाइम था स्ट्रीम करने का तो पीठ दर्द थोड़ा कम हो गया था, तो सोचा कर लेता हूँ।
And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Waloed, we are duty bound not to interfere, no matter where they might happen to end up next.
Did you get all that? They're in cahoots.
So it would seem.
वो देखो कल जाना है।
What is the meaning of this?
double-crossing dogs. They're not here to do business. Kill them.
ट्रेनर से पूछता हूँ उसके बारे में, बैटल स्लाइसेस के बारे में। ओह तुम सब मरोगे। और ये मरे। जाओ।
It's not over yet, Uncle. I'm just getting warmed up.
कहाँ पे हैं? ये रहे ना। और काफी ज़्यादा आ रहे हैं। ना। वैसे वॉल्टन भाई आपका पाँव कैसा है? पाँव अभी भी दर्द कर रहा है? 3 हफ्ते बोला था ना रेस्ट। रेस्ट के अलावा थोड़ा एक्सरसाइजेस भी बोलोगे ना फिजिशियन ने वो पाँव को थोड़ा करने के लिए, या फिर सिर्फ रेस्ट बोला है? ना। इसे मार दे रहा हूँ यार मैं। और कौन आया? न्यू एनिमीज अप्रोच। सही है, पाँव का दर्द भी आपका है कम हो रहा है। ओह डैम, इनके खिलाफ लड़ना होगा। चौकोबो के खिलाफ। एक हफ्ता हुआ है ना अब तक? एक हफ्ता एक्चुअली नहीं, एक हफ्ता भी नहीं हुआ होगा ना जब से वो बोला कि थोड़ा आराम करना है। माफ करना, ये बाबा क्वेश्चंस पूछ रहा हूँ। आप बिजी हो अभी, उस पर ही ज़्यादा ध्यान दो। मुझे ये भी देखना है, कट सीन्स फॉर सरप्लस।
Well, that wasn't too bad. How'd you like my performance, huh? I've often played the villain on the stage. I think I did the role justice. Don't you?
Greybeard, you were magnificent. The battle scene was particularly thrilling. Such a shame you didn't have more of an audience, but perhaps that's for the best.
How long have you been watching?
Long enough to witness your uncle's sordid transaction. I hardly expected one so venerable to degrade himself so thoroughly, buying one's way into the confidence of degenerates. Ingenious.
This was the trouble you spoke of. The men of the Rock taking crystals meant for the common folk and conspiring with the royalists. Well, now it's over.
Indeed it is. The people of Dalamil had scarcely any means of redress against Kupka's men, let alone a foreign army. Until you two came along, that is. Well, we'd better get these crystals back to town. You won't mind waiting with them while I fetch a wagon. It occurs to me that I still don't know your name.
Clive.
So, Sid the Second is a Clive? I suppose it could have been worse. Well, Clive, you held up your end of the bargain, so I must do the same. Passage through the South Gate, was it not? To tell the truth, you've helped a little there too. Many of the guards have already been redeployed to deal with the issue of their missing comrades. And those left behind have been encouraged to look the other way should you attempt to pass through.
Thank you. And please allow me to cover your costs. You still have the purse I gave to the soldiers, I trust? I saw you pluck it from one of the bodies.
Oh, dear. Was I really so obvious?
And my name is not Greybeard. It is Lord Byron Rosfield, thank you very much.
No, thank you very much, Greybeard.
Of all the... Ugh!
Here, wear this.
Desert Rose. Seal obtained.
Any friend of mine who sees you with it shall be a friend of yours.
Thank you, Lubo.
And please, feel free to send one of my Stoluses back to your people. Tell them that Rosina Dalamil is back in bed with Sid.
Umia Lostelan. Tu Isakelis.
I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive? So be sure not to let me down. I have a reputation to uphold. Well then, I wish you a safe journey south.
Thank you.
Not at all. It was my pleasure.
Come on, Uncle. Let's go.
Quest complete. Ooh, level up से just थोड़ा कम. ये क्या इतने ज़्यादा अलग अलग डायलॉग्स हैं क्या इसके? ओह डैम, यहाँ पे साइड क्वेस्ट भी है. ये खत्म हुआ है तो पहले सेव कर देता हूँ. स्ट्रीम को भी एक्चुअली यहाँ पर ही बंद करता हूँ. लंच का समय हो गया. आज थोड़ा जल्दी कर रहा हूँ. पीठ दर्द की वजह से थोड़ा आराम कर लेता हूँ ये शाम के स्ट्रीम शुरू करने से पहले. मैं फिर से बैठना भी ख़राब तरीके से बैठ रहा था यार. अभी दिमाग में आया मैं एकदम चेयर में क्या बोलते हैं लेटा हुआ था अभी. उससे मेरा पीठ दर्द और भी ख़राब होगा. ध्यान रखना चाहिए पर हमेशा मैं करने के बाद फिर दिमाग में आता है कि सीधे बैठना चाहिए था मुझे. वेल वॉल्ट एंटर भाई, डेस्नी भाई और बाकी सब जो भी जुड़े थे स्ट्रीम में जोड़ने के लिए धन्यवाद. वॉल्ट एंटर भाई तो हमेशा जोड़ते हैं, उसके लिए हर बार जोड़ने के लिए धन्यवाद. मैं आपसे बाद में मिलता हूँ 4 बजे के आसपास.